Hello and welcome back! I am Lord Revonworc. This is Crusader Kings V, the Curonians. And you know what I realized? I seem to change the name of the series every 8 episodes. First 8 episodes, I call it Crusader Kings II Charlemagne, the Curonians. And then after that, the Way of Life DLC came out, so I started calling the series Crusader Kings II Way of Life, the Curonians. And then after that, I started calling it Crusader Kings II Constant Warfare, the Curonians, because, you know, that basically defined how I was playing the game. Well, anyways, it's 8 episodes after that, so I think it's a good time to change the name of the series. And, if we'll quickly open up the Religion tab, Moral Authority is at 41%. We have 3 holy sites. If we get 9% more Moral Authority, we can reform the faith. I feel confident we can do that within the next 8 episodes. So, welcome to Crusader Kings II, the Reformers, the Curonians. We, hopefully, will reform the faith, the remove of faith, within the next 8 episodes. But that's going to require getting 9% more moral authority. And the way we get moral authority, well, the prime way to do that is conquest wars. So I think we should start with Volhynia. I'm going to go for Orsha. Could also go Smolensk. Yeah, let's go with Orsha. Declare for Orsha. Beautiful. So, the first of 9 more conquest wars. Honestly, we get more from our own land than we get from our vassals, so I'm not even going to raise vassal armies this time. Although, actually, do you have many vassals? He's got 1.6 thousand troops, no allies. Maybe we'll raise some troops locally. Okay. Yeah, that's not very much. Can probably get a good amount out of Bryansk and Minsk. All you guys head to Vilnius. People in this part of the kingdom will group up in Bryansk. And ultimately, yeah, we're gonna need Prussian troops for this. It's gonna be a shame to lose Prussia, but you know, we will upon inheritance, which will happen when old man Panicus kicks the bucket. Oh, and speaking of dying, Prusus. You know his mysterious sacrifice to pagan gods' death? Well, I wasn't sure what had happened at the times, so I scoured through the game files, asked the internet, and was able to put together enough information to figure out exactly what had happened to Prusus. And this kind of ties into his whole lunatic thing. What? Why is my heir Elmede Panicus? Why is it Belodus' son? I don't... I don't understand. Yeah, I want, okay, that's not supposed to happen. Oh, it turns out his tutor is also named Belotus, but it's a different guy. That's weird. Anyways, back on Prusis, you see there is this event chain that you can get if you are one of a few different types of pagans. I believe it's Remuva, Rodnovari, and Germanic. Basically what happens is there are 4 random starting events that can occur. So either one could start off the event chain, and so after you get past the initial event, it leads you to a village of cultists who tell you about gods who are even older than the old gods, the ancient ones. Basically, it's a Cthulhu mythos event chain. Now, at any moment, you can choose to leave the event train. Just a moment, let's make a bit of a detour. The White Stag. Lately, you have heard persistent rumors from peasants and travelers in the wilds that a strange, mythical beast has been sighted in your realm. It's a white stag, powerful and elusive. The common folk claim it comes from another world, and that the hunter who claims it will be imbued with divine power. I must send some people out to find it. Hell yeah, if we could catch the white stag, that would be awesome. It's because our current lifestyle is hunting. Anyways, you can choose to jump out of the event chain at any moment, but if you continue, then you will go with the Cthulhu cultists and literally summon Cthulhu. And at that point, you have 2 options. You can either give yourself up in sacrifice to the god that you helped to summon, or you can commandeer a longboat and ram into it with the ship, just like in the story Call of Cthulhu by Howard Philip Lovecraft. And so it's really, really awesome. I like to fancy myself a fan of Lovecraft, even though I've never actually gotten around to finishing at the Mountains of Madness, though that reminds me, I really need to get around to finishing at the Mountains of Madness. Let's see. The cook complained to me about my son Tautvila's temper tantrums. Okay, so I can try to beat him, which sounds like a horrible idea. Yeah, I'm going to encourage him to be more patient. What's... Okay, so he doesn't become patient. That's unfortunate. But he's not wroth. Anyways, it's really cool, and basically, I've been trying to look for any other explanation. This is the only thing that could possibly... This is the only thing that could possibly explain Pruses's death, is that he literally summoned Cthulhu because of his lunacy and offered himself up in sacrifice to the ancient god, who of course then slumped again beneath the sea because Cthulhu doesn't give a shit about what happens on Earth. He's too big and powerful. And I really, really need to get around to finishing at the Mountains of Madness. So yes. Yes. By all accounts, Prusus is probably the most insane general I have ever had. He sacrificed himself to Cthulhu. So that's the pagan god. Yeah. Anyways, if you actually decide to commandeer the longship and ram it into him, you can either choose to get a bunch of prestige. Let's wait for him to get to Lepiel, then we'll ambush him. You can choose to either get a bunch of prestige. Oh, that's very good. Yes, all of those things are very good. We're spreading the remove of faith. It's beautiful. Beautiful, I tell you, beautiful! You can get this really neat modifier called Godslayer, which gives you a bunch of... I forget exactly what it gives you, but I did take a screenshot. I went and screenshotted all of the... all of the different events, so I'll be... Well, they'll accept it eventually. I completely lost my train of thought. Alright, screenshots. I took a bunch of screenshots of the event, loaded in a new game as Anka just to see what happens. And basically there's this really neat modifier you can get called Godslayer. Which I forget exactly what it gives, but it also gives 4 personal combat ability and 3 martial in something else. I forget precisely what it was, but it was a really cool modifier. And these guys in Minsk, we can avoid the river if we go through Lepiel. Obviously, we'll need to defeat this army if we want to win the war. Or we could just try to occupy everything. That's not too likely to go over very well, though. So, they'll make it to Orsha on the 17th. On the 17th, we're going to turn around and head back to Orsha. I presume... yeah. No river between Lepiel and Orsha. On the 17th, we're going to head there. I know in EU4, if you order your troops to move to a province one day before enemies get there, the AI won't recalculate. I'm not sure if that's in this game as well. I've been working a lot with EU4 because, well, you know, I've been creating a mod, an EU4 mod for the... oh, that's not good. Our center is collapsing. That's bad. That's very bad. I mean, the other flanks are superior, but our center is collapsing. We need more troops. We need more troops. Where can we get more troops? Ah, shit. We raised all the ones in the vicinity. That's not enough. I think we're going to lose this battle. If the center collapses, we're not going to stand much of a chance. This is going to be bad. What? Why is the center collapsing anyways? Probably just... ah, fuck. Yep. Yeah, this is not going to go very well. And... okay, we need to retreat. This battle is going miserably. Luckily, he decided not to pursue us. Okay, so, now, let's raise up any more troops that we possibly can. Anyone, anywhere, just fucking grab some swords and make your way to the battlefield. A few dozen men from our ungrateful vassals. Okay, that's not good. We have a faction with a dangerous amount of power, and it's only got a dangerous amount of power. Okay. Let's try to get these people to leave their factions. I don't think that's going to be enough. Here, have some money. Okay, he'll leave the faction now. And he was in 2 of them. Piece of shit. Piece of shit. Sercants. This is the guy. I gave you a title and now you are betraying me. Okay. Who else might we be able to get out? Okay, honorary title. I can give him a weak title, like one with 10 opinion. We don't have any of those. Well, I'm going to name the... Tell me, do you have any combat modifiers? He's actually a really good general. You're Master of the Blade. Congratulations. I mean, he's my marshal. And, you, sir. Another Sercants, but a different Sercants. Weird. Award an honorary title. What's the opinion he has again? 25. Okay. I'm gonna make him Master of the Bow. There. There. Now people should start leaving the factions. Also, one of the factions was to lower tribal organization. When can we raise it again? Less than a year. Okay, I can't believe we lost that battle. Peasant revolt. I was wondering when that was going to happen. I don't really want to engage them on an island. You know, crossing penalty and all that. Just kind of sucks. And you know, if we let them to siege, they'll start to take on some damage. So okay, this army here. No, I want to select the army. On this game, sometimes my clicks just kind of fall through. They're gonna win the siege. Okay. We need to strengthen the center. The flanks... I hate to say it, but in this instance, they're just not as important. Because we've seen the composition of this army here. They've got a very strong center, so we need to get a stronger center than them. And we cannot let them win this siege.